Kids these days don't understand the full struggles, man. They complain about magma blocks dragging them underwater while they're swimming. That's so cute. Oh man, it must be so hard to travel these insane ocean biomes with a lot of loot and stuff to discover. Amazing, yeah, I remember when boats didn't even work. And don't even get me started on when zombies dropped feathers. I don't want to hear your complaints, man. You have it easy. On the real though, I forgot how simple old Minecraft used to be. Looking at everything that's in it today, like temples and ocean biomes and village and pillage, it didn't used to be like that. Obviously, back when the game first launched, it was extremely simple, and there really wasn't much to do, and half the stuff didn't even work. But somehow, even back then when the game was pretty buggy and boring, it wasn't boring. I still had hours and hours and hours of fun, and I'd even sometimes say that I enjoyed it more than I do now. I wanted to revisit that nostalgia, and I wanted to see what Minecraft 1.0 felt like in 2019. I was going to make this into one video, but once I realized how fun it is, I decided to make it into this series. Welcome to the Minecraft 1.0 experience, the series where I revisit Minecraft 1.0 in 2019 and go on to beat it with a group of friends on a server. By beating the game, I mean killing the enderdragon. This is episode 1 in the series, so I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and hop into the Minecraft 1.0 experience. But before we hop into this experience, I want to mention something. I've been branching out lately to make different types of content that I know you guys will enjoy. That's why I was happy to receive an email from Amino hearing about their new stories feature on their app. Amino reached out to me to sponsor today's video, and I've partnered with them to create some of my very own stories on the Amino app. Actually, at the time you guys are seeing this video, I just posted one talking about the top 5 best Minecraft updates of all time. I've been posting pretty consistently on there for the last few weeks, and the content has been a lot of fun to make. If you're interested in seeing my new story or my previous content, click the link in the description or the pinned YouTube comment to download Amino. Or you can search for Amino apps to download it for yourself. Find my stories by searching Robokast, follow me, and check out my latest stories. Plus, once you get there, tap the notification bell to stay up to date. Thanks for supporting the channel, and let's get back to the video. The first thing that any experienced Minecrafter will do is gather some wood. Now, I'm in a spruce biome, so I might as well just grab some spruce wood. You know, it's not my favorite, but it'll definitely work. So I did just that, chopped down a couple trees and grabbed some spruce wood. So now I just make them into planks and, that's weird. These spruce logs gave me wood planks that aren't spruce. Whatever man, maybe it's a glitch. I'm sure we could get it all worked out. We'll figure that part out later. But at this point, it was getting dark, so we decided, hey, let's go in a cave and find a nice place to stay for the night. Again, this was Minecraft 1.0, so realistically it shouldn't be that hard to survive a couple nights. Even though it was on hard mode, there really weren't a lot of mobs that could kill us. There's no witches, there's no underwater zombies, there's no spearmen, there's no sleep things that kill you when you don't sleep. This should be easy, man. So we dug out a nice little home in the cave, got some coal and some basic materials, and decided to settle in for the night. Halfway through the night, we started hearing a bunch of noises, and we didn't know if it was coming from the surface or somewhere nearby, so we figured, hey, let's look around and see where this is coming from. We dug around, and my friend Noah ended up finding a spider spawner, and it wasn't any spider spawner, it was the ones that had poison cave spiders. Like I said, man, kids these days will never understand how hard it was back in the day. So we dug down to these cave spiders and had a really solid PvP experience, where, we were just professional. We didn't hit each other, I didn't almost kill Noah, and almost die myself. It's just a really casual PvP experience. I literally forgot about the fact that lava looks like cheese. Like, just picture a 10-year-old kid making a lava texture on like Microsoft Paint, and just throwing it on whatever he sees. This lava is literally brighter than my future. But anyways, we mined through the night and stocked up on some materials to where the next day we can go and try to find somewhere to live. We got a decent amount of iron, we got some coal, some stone, and a bunch of string to make some wool blocks. We explored the mine shaft for a little bit and tried to find something interesting, but for the most part, it was fairly empty except for a few mobs here and there. As morning arose and Chris suffocated in a wall, we figured it was time to explore and try to find somewhere to live. What the hell? Why can't I place this crafting table down? Nolan, somebody help me, I can't place this crafting table down. Bro, 1.0 is so glitchy, dude. This is annoying, bro. I can't place this down. Oh, what? I'm in a spawn radius? What's a spawn radius? Oh, wow, that's a cool chicken. Looks really natural and 1.0-ish. Alright, enough time wasted. It's time to find somewhere to live. So we decided to choose one direction and go that way to try to find something different. We weren't really feeling like living in a spruce biome, and we were trying to find something along the lines of like a forest or a swamp. We walked and fought our way through herds of vicious dogs that attacked us for no reason, until eventually we came to an ocean. Once everybody caught up, we decided that it was time to embark across this ocean and find ourselves a new home. Alright, who put 700 pounds of cinder blocks in my boat? I literally felt like I was being propelled by a 4-year-old kid who was hanging his feet off the back and slowly kicking for the first time in his entire life. These boats were ridiculously slow and, oh my god, thank god they fixed these. Eventually, after hours and hours of traveling and embarking across some dangerous oceans, we found the same exact biome that we were just in. I mean, even Christopher Columbus didn't get it right the first time, so neither did we. We decided to embark over our newfound land that looked just like where we came from and try to find something interesting, because so far, we haven't had that much luck. On the way, we found some pumpkins, and I kind of forgot about the fact that you can put them on your head, because I know back in the day I always did that and would walk around with them on my head, even though I would end up dying half the time. Probably in the same manner that I almost died by a glitched out skeleton and a zombie, which is kind of depressing considering it's only 2 mobs, but somehow they still almost resulted in my death. One thing about this version of the game is that mobs were extremely glitchy at all times. Like if they were near any blocks whatsoever, you better watch out because you got yourself a disappearing mob. It was like the weird glitching Spider-Man and Into the Spider-Verse, how they just started having like random seizures halfway through the movie because they were in the wrong dimension. Yeah, that was basically what was going on with mobs throughout this series. Anyways, after hours and hours and hours and mainly like 20 minutes of walking, we came across a nice little place to lay our foundation. It was a set of islands in a forest biome, very close to a swamp biome, and not even far from the initial spruce biome. It was like the perfect combination of places, and we all decided that we would claim our very own island to build on. I took the island with the little hill, Noah took the flatter one, and Nolan went over to the one that was kind of connected to the mainland. Wait a minute, Robo. You definitely started with like 5 other people. Where are they at? Well, Jared decided to build his own house in the middle of nowhere and forget about us, and Chris had to log off to do some like Spanish homework or something. I'm sorry, Chris, but if it was us in 2011 playing this, you know for a fact you wouldn't be getting off for any homework. Homework is like 4th on your list of priorities after Minecraft, yeah, that's about it. So I decided to get comfortable and set up a base on my new island. Smelted some food, made a chest, and kind of got myself situated and ready to build my new home. I figured that I would make it out of brick because brick was kind of like an OG Minecraft block. Like, you weren't cool unless you made something out of brick. Because nobody really used it and it was somewhat rare back in the day, so, you know, gotta have that clout. So obviously I mined some clay and got everything situated and ready to build my new house. But a little bit of clay would not be enough material. Oh no. It was time to chop some trees, mine some stone, and get some basic materials to help me build. And I kind of just started grinding and getting enough materials to do what I needed to do. So as I was doing this, I began to think of like what kind of design I wanted for a house. Would my beautiful design be a square house with a flat roof? Or would it be a square house with a pointed roof? I decided to go with like a floating, marshy type of house, kind of like something you would see in the swamp. I don't really know where I got my inspiration from, but it just sounded cool at the time, and I figured, hey, I'm pretty close to a swamp biome, and I'm on an island, so why not? I was trying to make it a little bit more interesting with my shape, but I ended up just having like a pretty big square with like a weird shaped front. Like it was nothing crazy, but it would definitely make for a nice first house. And I kind of forgot about the whole brick thing, so I ended up just throwing them on the floor and making like a weird square floor design. There was really no point in doing it, and looking back I probably could have used them for something cooler, like the pillars, but I don't know, I felt like it looked good and why not? I would spend the next like 45 minutes or so perfecting my house, making some glass, and building the first 2 stories of it. See, when I play Minecraft, I'm the type of guy who builds my house first and then can focus solely on mining afterwards, because I feel like if you mine right away, it's kind of like counterproductive because, yeah, you have a lot of materials, but you still have nowhere to store them, and you still have to build your house. So I like to get situated first, you know, get nice and cozy in my little swamp house, and then go on mining. I mean, come on, it's Minecraft, man. It's not like you're going to find anything insane in a short period of time. It's not like your name's Nolan and you're literally going to find like 5 mob spawners in the span of time that I built my house. Not cool, Nolan. Come on, bro. I could have used those saddles for my pig farm. Because, you know, saddles were super important in Minecraft 1.0. How else were you going to ride your pig? Eventually, I did end up finishing my house and I was really happy with the way it looked. I had a nice little front porch, a nice little back porch, and a whole second story that looked fairly decent. Again, it was nothing crazy, but overall, I'd say I'm fairly happy with it, and it totally gives off 2011 robokast vibes. Eventually, I kept yelling at Jared, saying, dude, why are you playing on a multiplayer server, and you're just building by yourself? And I guess my peer pressure convinced him to come over here and build his own place here. So I went over to his house, and it was, it was nice. It was a super cool house, top quality stuff. Alright, did I seriously spend this long building my house when literally nobody else has even thought about it yet? It's okay, man. Everybody has their own preferences. It's not a big deal. Don't get discouraged. Nolan may have found 27,000 mob spawners and have a full chest of loot that he found, but you have a cool house, so you're a step ahead. But I was a little jealous of what everybody else had, and considering I only had stone tools, I figured it was time to go mining. What's this sound? Sounds like a bunch of skeletons. Oh my god, I found a mob. Oh, never mind. This is the one that Nolan found. But I will keep this in mind because it could definitely become a potential mob grinder in the future. One thing I quickly noticed about 1.0 is that it was really hard to get XP. Even when mining ores and smelting and farming and basically everything, none of it gave you XP. Honestly, the only way to get XP is by killing mobs, and doing that is kind of a hassle, especially considering we were on hard mode. And to add on top of this, whenever you enchanted, it used all 30 of your levels. There was no like adding lapis and then taking a couple levels once you're level 30. No, it used all 30 of them. So I had to keep this in mind whenever completing our end goal of beating the enderdragon because, it's going to take a lot of levels to have a full set of enchanted gear. Alright, these skeletons are, okay, they're kind of stressing me out here. And that's exactly my point as to why it's hard to grind mobs on hard mode. Especially when you have hardly any gear because you've been building your house for 30 minutes. But whatever, robokast would make a comeback and he would be bigger and better than ever. Oh, what's that, Nolan? You found another mob spawner? Wow, man, that's cool. I really like your full set of iron armor. You're not making me feel inferior at all. Nolan inspired me to stay on the grind and search for materials, so I walked around some caves and I strip mined for a little bit in order to find some iron and some redstone and some whatever else I needed. One thing that seemed a lot harder to me though was strip mining for diamonds. In modern Minecraft, whenever I mine for diamonds like in the strip mining process, I seem like I find them all the time, but in 1.0, I don't know if anything changed, or maybe it's just bad luck, but I couldn't find them at all, man. I searched for like a long ass time and I went through a bunch of pickaxes and still absolutely nothing. Eventually, I went into this abandoned mine shaft and decided I would explore a little bit longer and, maybe I could find something cool in a chest because I haven't had much luck with these diamonds. Alright, I'm gonna jump over this and go this way. Good thing I turned around because if I didn't, I would have missed these very beautiful diamonds. And of course, they were the first diamonds on the server, so I kinda had to take them. Yeah, I just had to take them. So I grabbed these diamonds and it ended up being a 5 vein, so I was pretty happy about that and I was excited that I was making progress towards everybody else on the server. So once I got back from the mines, I made some iron armor and kind of got situated with everything that I found and used my diamonds for a sword and a pickaxe. So what do you do once you have your first set of diamond tools? Well, while I was gone, Jared built a nether portal and we decided that hey, the next move is going to the nether. So I started placing some gravel in order to mine some flint, and as I started destroying some of it, one of the pieces got glitchy, and I had my very own pet. It was my pet glitched gravel block, and I named her Susan, and she was my best friend for a long period of time. But I killed all of Susan's sisters and used them for their beautiful flint that I could use to make arrows. Because what's the nether without arrows? So how did the nether go? Did Susan ever die like her fellow siblings? And what's gonna happen in the next episode? Find out! Well, in the next episode.